All right, what is up, everybody? Shadow Scout 0013 here reporting in. I hope everybody had a great weekend, and I'm back again today, and I'm going to try to go over a CIS list with some of the new Shadow Collective units, kind of staying within the boundaries, and I'll kind of explain that again, just because I know a few people are confused, and I want to see what kind of stuff CIS can do with a few new units, mostly pikes. And you could go with the Black Sun, of course, but I just wanted to kind of see what I could do with electro whips in a way. But we'll also see what I can do. And with all of the new upgrades that we have, with some of the new rules with battle forces and the new Shadow Collective stuff, I just wanted to kind of make sure that everyone has a chance to see kind of a new CIS list if they haven't already, or just an idea of something that they might like. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment below maybe a list that you've already put together that is high activation with new Shadow Collective units, or maybe a way that you can use this force, or, whatever you want, or a list that you are interested in or kind of having a hard time with that you wouldn't mind me helping with or anything like that. I don't mind. But all right, here we go. And if you haven't already, go ahead and go to my Instagram, ShadowScout0013. I haven't posted anything in a bit, but I'm going to try to start, keeping up with that. And yeah. All right, here we go. So we have obviously some commanders, and I honestly want to go with Grievous. So there's two reasons why I'm going to go with Grievous for this. One, with the new battle forces coming out, you're getting Grievous as the commander. With the original box with the two Republic and the CIS, you get Grievous. So kind of for that, I kind of wanted to do something simple for everybody and go with Grievous. Now, he's got Arsenal 2, which is fantastic. Super, super cool. He's got block. So when defending, if you spin a dodge, you gain surge to defense, which is like deflect, but you're not deflecting it. You're just blocking it. So without having to kill someone after surging, at least use surge to defense, which is huge, especially with 8 HP. Having that block is awesome. I think Grievous is insane still. He's impervious, so when defending, if the attack pool has Pierce, I can roll an additional amount of defense dice for that. Jedi Hunters, if you're going against a Jedi, he's trained in the Jedi arts, so he's going to be able to surge to crit, which is really cool. So you kind of want him going after those big guys, those big, characters. He's also got the health for it and the defense dice for it, so he's a good Jedi Hunter for sure. He's got Relentless, which is fantastic. So it's basically you can move, and you can perform an attack action. So it's not necessarily just reduced to melee. It's you can shoot as well if you've attached his pistol. And then Scale, which is also fantastic. I think he's got one of the most amount of, unit, keywords on here than almost any other, one on here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So yeah, he's got the most with 6. So like I said, and with 8 health, this dude's stacked. I don't understand why most people don't take him, but so he's got two basically, attacks that he's going to do with Arsenal 2. So he's going to use both of his lightsabers. So you can, with Arsenal 2, roll 2 red, 4 black, 2 white, or with Arsenal 2, you can, do, if you're in melee, you can go with the trophy lightsaber. And then if you have his pistol, I think it's versatile. So if we were to go to it, yeah, so you can perform ranged attacks using this weapon while still engaged. So you'll be able to shoot at another unit that's at range 1 to 2 if you were, moved into melee. So that's pretty cool. And you would be able to move, and maybe you moved into melee. After you moved, you could, do Arsenal 2 still and shoot the pistol, and then still melee with those 4 dice that he has. So with that, let's go with Vigilance. And with the amount of other units that we're going to have that are a little bit different, I'm going to go with Improvised Orders. So I think that that's going to be very, very important in this list. Now, with the new upgrades for training, the up close and personal. So after you perform a ranged attack, you can gain one. After you perform a ranged attack at range 1-2, you gain a dodge. So if you attach this, which I would recommend just for now, especially if you're going to use that upgrade, which I'm going to for now, I would go with the Annihilator pistol. It's range 1-2. Again, you have relentless, so you can move, and still shoot. So that would be perfect. So I'm going ahead and going with that. And then, so then after you moved, shot that at range 1-2, you can get a dodge. Okay. So there's a lot going on. There's four things that you're able to do with only 2 actions. So basically you get a move action, you get a second move action, you get a free attack action, and then you get that free dodge because of the attack action. So there's 4 different things that you can do with that. And that just, makes it way, way better. And then he'll be able to use that dodge to block, okay, and gains that surge to defense. Now, the other greatest thing, I think, is trained in your Jedi arts. So General Grievous gains disengage and a dodge. So already going to be good. At the end of his activation, he can perform an attack against each enemy unit at range 1 with the following weapon. So if he's in the thick of it and there's 4 units around him and he does 4 attacks, that's 4 extra dodges. So that's 5 dodges that you're getting on Grievous in the middle of everything. So I honestly think that Grievous is going to be coming back again and making a huge comeback if people don't already keep using him, because of just how good he is. It's just insane. So we'll go with that one. And all right, so yeah, we'll come back to command cards. Next, I definitely want to go with Cad Bane. Okay, so Cad Bane, he's got jump 1, he's got bounty, so you'll be able to put a bounty on anyone basically. And danger sense 3. So basically, if you've got 3 suppression, you're going to be able to roll 3 extra white defense dice to use to dodge. Basically, he's going to have independent dodge 2. So at the start of the activation phase, if you don't have an order token, you're going to be able to gain 2 dodge tokens. So afterwards, when you gain those 2 dodge tokens, you can, obviously use, if we upgrade him with situational awareness, he'll be able to use that for canceling crits. And with improvised orders, maybe say that you drew a core and you didn't want the core, you put that back, maybe you finally get Cad Bane, you're able to get those 2 dodges and then try to get Cad Bane early again. So it's just kind of up to you, when you want to use that improvised orders, because also you're going to have the core units that are not affiliated with you that also have independent that you're also going to want to kind of have early, and you don't want to wait with. So I think improvised orders would be good, just kind of depending on what you want to do. And then you don't have to have, allies of convenience in order to bring Cad Bane, because if we were to take a quick look, so here is the battle force rules for the mercenary units. So mercenary units do not count towards the minimum number of ranks required in an army. So you still have to have 3 core of your faction. So I'd have to have 3 droids, and then I can technically add 2 mercenary units for free, because, well, not for free, sorry, I'd have to pay for them, but I'd be able to add 2 mercenary units, because right here, an army may include only 2 mercenary units of the core rank and only 1 mercenary unit of another rank. So I could use a rogue and, 2 pikes or 2 Black Sun core units in there. So you don't need allies of convenience with that. If you did add allies of convenience, then you could do a double bounty and then still do your 2 mercenary units, which would be cool, because then what you could do, instead of improvised orders, you could go with underworld connections and maybe do double bounty with Bosk and Cad Bane. Okay, that's not bad. That'd be pretty cool, and then you could technically also, with your 3 droids, 1, 2, 3, have your bare minimum, and then maybe you wanted some pikes and you could do 2 pikes. So that would be the way that you'd have to go with allies of convenience if you're going to do double bounty and this. Now, if you just wanted to, you could just take off Bosk and go with, Cad Bane and the Pike Syndicate soldiers, and you don't need underworld connections. You could stick with strict orders or improvised orders. Sorry. So we're going to go with that. I'm going to go with Cad Bane. I'll probably make another double bounty list with CIS with Bosk because it's going to be insane. Or, I mean, what I could do is I could just trade out Bosk and Cad Bane together, but I think I like Cad Bane on this one a little bit. But yeah, because I'm going to make another list with just suppression based on CIS. So that list will come out next, but I just kind of wanted to get a list out there with what you're going to get kind of with either of the Battle Force boxes for CIS or the starter box with the regular, GAR and stuff. So I just wanted to go with that. With Cad, I'm definitely going to make sure that he's good in melee just in case he has to get close enough or someone gets too close to him. And since he's getting 2 dodge tokens for independent, I definitely want to be able to have outmaneuver. And then there's 2 ways that you can have him now. If you think you're getting enough dodges each time and you don't really give him a lot of orders, maybe duck and cover would be good because then you're going to be able to get that suppression. You've got 2 dodges, and then now you can cancel some stuff and roll an extra dice if you needed to. And then with this command card, you could get rid of a lot of that suppression or all of that suppression. And yeah, so that would be also really good because it's cheaper than up close and personal. But up close and personal, yes, he's got only a range 1 to 2 attack, so it will help him when he does attack and with steady. So let's kind of go over Cad. Like I said, he's got bounty, so he's going to be able to get rid of he's going to be able to put a bounty on someone and claim that objective. Danger Sense 3, I've already talked about. Dodge 2, I've already talked about. Sharpshooter 1, so he's going to be able to cancel cover for 1. So if they have light cover, they've got no cover now. If they have heavy cover, they've got light cover now. With steady, he can move, and make a ranged attack, basically. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, he's got range 1 to 2 with 4 dice, pierce 1. So not as good as Boba Fett at range 1 to 2, but still pretty good. And then, so yeah, it kind of depends on what you want to do. So if you want to make him more aggressive, I like with the electro gauntlets, you can use up close and personal. Maybe if you don't use the electro gauntlets, you could just go with, duck and cover, and then maybe give him you're going to have emergency transponder is way cheaper than the prepared supplies. The only thing is if you're going to use prepared supplies, you can use it almost any time. If you've given Cad an order, or if you didn't give him an order, you can use that other dodge. With this one, with emergency transponder, even though it's 1 point cheaper and you can get a dodge or an aim or take off a suppression if he's really needing it, like with duck and cover, this is probably going to be really good. You just have to make sure that you did not give yourself an order. You have to draw from the order pool in order to use this. So at the moment, I'd probably go with that one. And so this is actually fairly decent to keep him kind of away from people and not so aggressive. So it just kind of depends on how you want to play him for sure. And so maybe because he's going to be getting super, super close all the time in order to get that bounty because he's only range 1 to 2, I'm going to go with up close and personal to make sure he does get those dodges. I am going to give him the gauntlets, and I am going to give him the prepared supplies. I mean, because why not? And if we need to take some off, we'll take some off. Now with the pikes, this is going to be cool, getting some electro whip soldiers. And honestly, I'd go with the Pike Syndicate capo just to make sure that they've increased their courage by 1. So now they're courage 2, and they're going to gain a surge. And now they're going to be courage 2, like I said, but self-preservation, they're not going to be able to use anyone's courage. So they're only going to be able to use their own. And because of Danger Sense 2, you can give yourself another suppression to make sure that you try to roll. So try not to use Danger Sense very much. It's awesome that they have outmaneuver and independent dodge. I think those are the 2 main things that you really always need to look at. Danger Sense 2 is if, you've literally got some suppression and you're super, super far away from the board. If you panic that you're not going to get off the board, but still you want to make sure that you're getting suppression off. And in this case, because they are not going to, there's no one that's going to be able to get any suppression off, no inspire or anything, is kind of bad to use that. They're just super cheap, and they have the electro whip, which is also immobilizing. So immobilize 1 is awesome. And then the suppressive is awesome, which would be the main reason why I want to take it. So you have him, this with Cad and the 2 core, you're good on your mercenary units. Now with your battle droids, you've got your 3 good ones that you need. And so let's keep on trucking. Let's look at some MagnaGuard. So I'm going to go with the MagnaGuard. I'm also going to give them the Electro Whip. Now this is a superiorly melee oriented and close range oriented list. So if you want it a little bit different, you can. Now with the IG MagnaGuard, they have unhindered, so you don't need to put that little upgrade on them. They have retinue with the commander. So at the start of the activation phase, if they're in range 1 to 2 of Grievous in this list, they gain an aim or a dodge, which is really, really cool. They're immune to pierce. They can Guardian 2 off of Grievous. They have charge, so they can move AI, move, or dodge. So if you don't have an order, you're going to have to move or dodge. If you do have an order, then you can just do whatever you want. But to say that you just move, you can perform a free action or attack, melee, sorry, I should say. 2 courage, 2 health, which is really cool. Surging to hit, no surging to defense, but red dice, that's pretty cool. Range 1 to 2, they're pretty deadly. Electro staff, they're also, pretty good. It's not as awesome, I think, as the IRG, because I think they have a red and a black, but I could be mistaken. So, but yeah, they're pretty good. And you can go with this alone and go with, 2 of them. Or if you really want to, because of the AI dodge or because they can take a dodge, you could also give them situational awareness, make them a little bit beefier. And you still have some points to go with. So maybe you give them another battle droids, but you're just 1 point over. Ooh. So if you needed to, just take off situational awareness from one of them. Now you've got your 10 acts. You've got Grievous and Cad Bane. You've got, 4 naked battle droids, but there's still 6 of them each in a unit. So you've still got a pretty good amount of bodies to last a little bit. No surging to defense, though. That's the only bad thing. You've got some pikes that can help a little bit more so than the battle droids. And yeah, now there's no HQ uplink on the battle droids. So if you wanted to, you'd have to get rid of something with more points. So you would need 9 extra points right now. So you could get rid of Electro Gauntlets if you don't think that you're going to play with him like that. So maybe you get rid of, what we had and you give him the duck and cover. And let's see, what was it? Oh yeah, duck and cover and the emergency transponder just in case. Then now you definitely have enough points for HQ uplink. So now you're good with your droids. You still have 5 points left. You still have all the electro whips. You've basically got 4 electro whips. And so no one's getting close. Cad Bane can infiltrate in. Grievous is going to hopefully move pretty fast. But for the most part, yeah, I mean, I think 10 activations using the mercenary units and Cad Bane. Yeah, and that's it. So I'll leave this list here. I'm going to come out with another one a little bit later, probably in the week, with double bounty with Grievous or another person up here, probably Kraken, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come out and help people with the operatives and or the mercenary units inside a faction. All right, guys, if you liked it, I'll leave this list below, and then you can make your own edits. If you liked it, go ahead, leave a like, comment below, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. But all right, guys, hope you all had a good day, and I'll catch y'all next time. I'm going to go ahead and end name this one basically Grievous and Cad for you guys. That way you guys have a great way of finding this. Oh, man, I cannot type. Ooh, man, I cannot type. All right. Deuces, guys.